What's going on, guys and gals? DJ BTM here, bringing you guys some brand new video today. We're going to be doing the W Show episode number 5. I believe it's number 5. We're back on the W Show. I'm excited. It's a weekly webcast that we do. We're going to get back to a weekly Wednesday webcast where we're going to do technology, the weekend technology. Again, I really didn't have time to set this up, so I'm kind of just jumping into it and doing something by the fly. This is just some stuff that's been from the last couple weeks. It may not be the biggest things, but it's something from the past week. So we'll start it off with the Samsung Note 5, what to expect. So I kind of read over this article. You guys can kind of see it right there. You can go in, look at it. It's kind of cool. Talks about the Note 5. This isn't what it's going to look like. This is just a mock-up, I'm guessing, of what the Note 5, what kind of to expect with the Note 5, and what people are expecting is they're expecting to be both the same price as the Note 4, but much higher resolution in display. The Note 4 has a quad resolution display right now. I believe it's 21 something by something. It's in the 2000s, but the next one that they're looking to do is 4K resolution, which would double that price. Not double that price, but double that resolution right off the bat, which is kind of cool. It's pretty neat to actually see something that's like it wants to be the first. It wants to be the first 4K resolution, I believe, and it's gonna jump up the battery to 4,000 milliamps. I believe the Note 4 right now has a 3,500 milliamp battery, something close to that. It doesn't say too much else about that. They're thinking about kind of jumping onto an from an AMOLED screen to an OLED screen. AMOLED is, I can't remember the name of it. OLED is organic LEDs. It's a little bit easier on your eyes, but it's a lot brighter. As weird as it is, darker contrasts. Blacks can actually be very, very dark. It's a little bit different than AMOLED. AMOLED is actually better than LED, but OLED is better than AMOLED. Don't worry. AMOLED has been used on phones for years now. I remember when the first AMOLED screen came out, and I believe it was Samsung. So it's kind of cool that they're kind of changing over to the OLED stuff. OLEDs will be in TVs a lot more frequently now. A lot more expensive, but the picture resolution is absolutely crazy on them. They're also thinking that it might have something to do with VR as well. Might have to do with bringing in Rift and Oculus Rift. They did have a developer kit for the Note 4, so we'll see if they're kind of do something with the Note 5 and kind of go with that, but that's kind of all for that one. Number 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, it's finally coming for PC. People can finally rejoice and be happy. 65 gigs though. 65 gigs, that's huge. Like that's a big game. Most games you install are like 14 gigs, and that's pretty big. That's a multiplayer game. But Grand Theft Auto wants to go full 4K, as well as be able to run 60 frames per second, which is going to be the first GTA 5 to do that, from 360 to PS3 to PS4 to Xbox One, and it's going to be the first one to run at 60 frames per second, which is really nice. I might have to pick it up on PC. We'll see. I just bought it on PlayStation 4 and it's fun. I like it. I like the next gen, but having that extra 4K resolution, and I like playing games on PC now. Finally, it's going to be the full game. It's probably going to have some stuff hidden inside of it. I read something about it having a video editing feature built into the game. That's probably why it's a little bit bigger. But I remember when you have to install the game on every console. It's a pretty big game to install, so I'm not too sure exactly how that will work. But the next one is best locations to kind of use. Play Pacman on Google Maps. I didn't really take a look and read too much on this article. It was like Pacman, Google Maps. That sounds like a blast. So I'm like, whoa, wait. You play Pacman on Google Maps now? So I looked it up. This article just kind of tells you kind of where to do, kind of where to play Pac-Man in San Francisco. So I said, screw that. Let's do our own. We'll jump right into it. I got it right here. Pac-Man set in Winnipeg. Oh god. Oh dude. Oh gosh. Oh, I died. So you literally go into Google Maps, find where you want to go. I'll show you guys how to do it. But this is no word of a lie. This is Google Maps. I literally, you can see it right on the tab. Google Maps right there. I thought I'd pick an easy street to play on. I tried. Oh, the ghosts are coming. Oh, the ghosts are coming. Okay, so you just go return to Google Maps. You can just kind of go pretty much wherever you want. If we go here, didn't want to kind of show you my address. Oh, you can see I live in Winnipeg. See, I'm in Winnipeg. That's all you can see. You can go to pretty much wherever you want to. Let's go to Phoenix. You just scroll in on your map. Let it load up. Wow, there's a lot that's in here. You just click Pacman. This little Pacman thing right here. All you do is click it. It says play Pacman. It'll set up the game. Then you just move. That's it. You just... Alright, let's go. Ooh, a double lane packer. Oh man, that brought me into weird space. Ooh, this is all over the place. Rocka 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 rocka. That's the Pac-Man noise, in case you're wondering. Rocka 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 rocka. I like these double lane highways. Boop boop. Oh, this is a crazy little piece. So this is Pac-Man. In case you guys haven't played it, it's actually really cool. It's actually kind of fun to play. Get a chance to try it out. Like I said, super simple to go into. We'll stop at there. Oh wait, there are noises, aren't there? I thought there would be noises. This makes the game so much better. Not gonna lie, it's kind of annoying. Alright, so that's how you play that. So it's kind of cool how you can actually do that. And I didn't really think that they had that, but it's kind of cool. Google does some pretty nifty little things inside of their little things. I don't know what they do, but they've got some sense of humor. It's pretty funny. So the next one, this is kind of two back-to-back contradictory things, so it's kind of weird, but don't worry about it. So Samsung's new round smartwatch to be named the Gear A. Oddly enough, this looks a lot like the Gear that's already out. Maybe that's just me. It looks like it's got a front-facing camera here. It's got the button back from the new one. It looks like you can pop it out like you could in the last version, the Gear 3, I believe it was. You could actually just change the wristbands just by popping out the watch. It's just like a little... It's pretty big. It's like that big. You just kind of pop it into a new thing. So it looks kind of cool. It is going to have 3G, which I don't know why this is so new because the old one had it. I don't know what's special about it. I read up on this and it doesn't say anything. It's just going to say it's going to have a higher end models. You're going to see it carried on different carriers, so Verizon, T-Mobile, all these different things are going to get different versions of it. It's just, I didn't understand it. I didn't get why it was so different. From everything I've read on it, it seems like the same smartwatch that was the last one that they had, but apparently not. I don't know. But yeah, the next one, the reason why, so that's kind of what the new one looks like. It says it's bringing in 3G calling. Maybe that's not available in North America yet. I know it was part of the features of it. So maybe that's that's the next thing. It's gonna be more standalone. So the next one, as like I said, a little bit of contradiction. Are you considering investing in a smartwatch? Think again. This pretty much just goes into detail of how you have the Apple iWatch coming out soon. I believe it comes out on this month actually, if not next week, if I remember correctly. But it kind of goes in and says, hey, you know what? I don't know what the technology is going to be like in 5 years. It changes every year. I have the first Gear. I love it. Still works perfectly. But looking from the first Gear to the newest Gear, it's completely different. And how like the iWatch, like you can literally just have a whole app on there now. you didn't have that on the first Gear. It ran a small version of Android, I believe. I can't remember which version it was, but it was a TouchWiz version of Android. You could actually install Android apps on it. They didn't run very well, but which is kind of cool. I think they're going to be around. This is saying it's not sure how long they're going to be around for. I believe smartwatches are going to be around for a while. I don't see them going anywhere in the near future. I think people are not dying for it, but it's just a cool thing. A lot of people have watches. Why not integrate technology into the watch and be able to do different things? You have a watch that you can personalize to your own. You don't have to make... Like, I think this is better one for watch manufacturers. You don't have to make 100 different watches, for instance, that have different faces and all this different stuff. You can literally say, here's my one watch, customize it how you want. I think that's a little bit better. You're not going to have that overhead, oh man, we have these old watches. What are we going to do with them? Well, I guess we have to discount them. No, we have the one watch. It's our one watch. Oh, we changed our model. Sweet. Switch it out. Give it a new one. You can buy different things. I think that's a much better idea for watches personally, and you'll still have the vintage watches and stuff like that. But I do believe smartwatches will be around for a long time. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's going to be around for a long time. So I talked about this in the last episode of the Dubya show, which was USB Type-C. I couldn't remember if it was Type-C, Type-3, Type-C, USB Type-C. Since we've been gone and we haven't had a chance to do this yet, Apple actually announced their new MacBook, which actually runs off USB-C. USB-C is the newest version of USB to come out. It's cool. It's similar to the Lightning cable where it's either way works. The speeds are much faster. I totally forgot to look it up on how fast they were, but it is a lot faster. I know that. So 3.1, that's what it does. The capabilities of what this is going to do, this is honestly like an all-in-one device now. You're going to be able to charge your phone through USB-C. They're saying you're going to be able to charge a MacBook through USB-C, which is boggles my mind. You're going to be able to run HDMI off of it, VGA off of it. You're going to be able to run so much off of it. This is the future. This is what I like about technology. Technology is always taking a step forward. And monoprice, I honestly don't know what monoprice is. Let's Google what monoprice is. Oh, so monoprice is literally just a cable store. Okay. So this kind of shows you where you can buy all these different things. Ultra HD. So I guess monoprice is more of it's just an online retailer to get cables and stuff like that. It actually seems like a kind of cool place. I'm surprised I've never heard of it. But monoprice is the first one to come up with the USB 3.0 cable before Apple does, saying it's going to work for it, which is actually kind of cool. You kind of beat Apple to a punch, which is finally. So it does say that the MacBook and the new Chromebook Pixel will also run off of USB-C. USB-C, that's just a weird name, USB-C. USB 3, I think, would sound a little bit better, but I guess you can't because it's 3.0 and USB-D or something. USB-C sounds... USB-C. It just sounds funny to me, I don't know why. But you're going to be able to actually go back to different cables, so you're going to be going to like USB... I believe it's USB-A cables, which are the ones that we use now. It's just different versions of it. USB 3.0, 2.0, 1.0, different speeds. They're just kind of creating a whole new cable, but you're going to be able to use different cables with different attachments on the end of it to kind of change it into a USB 3 cable, which is kind of cool. So that's what it looks like. Like I said, it's reversible, so it doesn't matter which way you put it in, which is awesome. But that's literally the end of it. It's not USB like where you have that fat end. It's the same end of the cable, which is really cool. USB-C is the future. Look at that DisplayPort. You're just like, yep, bang, run 4K off of a USB. It's crazy. Anyways, we'll jump into the next one. Intel has not announced, but it's finally available. I didn't know it was even announced. a PC that is literally this big, that big. It's the size of a Chromecast, for instance. This is ridiculous. It runs a full version of Windows 8.1. 8.1 probably RT, which is what runs on their tablets. It's just a scaled down version of Windows 8, full version of Windows. It just runs a little bit smoother on tablets and stuff like that. It's almost like a tablet that you can kind of hook right into your computer and you're good. It runs by HDMI, but that's kind of cool. I think it's really neat. It's $150 through Amazon, as well as Newegg. You can buy it now. It says it was announced back in January. I don't know how we missed it. That's super cool. But it literally is just it's a desktop PC in just that big. That's beyond me. You don't need anything else. You can plug it into a monitor, plug it where you need. I think that's really cool. It says it has 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage, so not a lot, but it does have, if you guys can see it here, it looks like it right here. It has the USB slot, power slot. It looks like, and then it also has micro SD right there, so you can definitely bump everything up. So you get a lot out of it. I'm surprised this didn't actually go with USB 3. USB-C, sorry, USB-C, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool that PCs are, you had the what was it? The Raspberry Pi, which is now on its third iteration, I believe, which is literally a PC that is $39, $35 that you can literally build. It's about yay big. It's a full PC. It's kind of cool. It's a PC for developing countries and developers and stuff like that. But I think it's really cool that Intel is Intel is just that company that's just like always pushing the boundaries, always wanting to do what's next, always trying to go forward, which is really cool. Not saying AMD doesn't, but Intel just always seems to be the one that I always recognize or see. I don't really ever see anything on AMD. But the next thing, this is actually kind of cool. It's about the Irish Examiner. Really weird. It's like, really, the Irish Examiner? I thought this would have been Times. Experimental battery can charge phone in a minute. That's cool. It's actually an aluminum-based battery instead of lithium-ion based. Just the base core of the battery. That's just how it's charged. These have been done before, apparently. Aluminum batteries have been around for a while. I did not know that. I never knew that they were batteries before. I didn't know that they had aluminum batteries, but apparently this is a new version of it that's able to charge possibly up to a minute, depending on the size of your battery. I think that's crazy, though, to be able to be like, oh, half. Oh, okay, we're full. There we go. Done. I think that's really cool that you'd be able to charge a battery that fast. Apparently, before aluminum batteries, you're only able to charge about 100 times before they really started losing a charge. And the new one that they've invented at Stanford, I'm trying to remember who it was. Professor Dye, I believe his name is. Professor at Stanford. He's saying that this one's going to be able to get you 75,000 life cycles, which is plug in, fully charge, unplug. So 75,000 days pretty much of charging your phone. That's ridiculous. It says that typical lithium-ion batteries last about 1,000 cycles before you have to start replacing them, or you do notice a difference, which is crazy. Like the first time an ultra-fast aluminum battery was constructed, having that many, like I said before, only 100 charges before. It's crazy. Stanford coming in clutch. It also says another feature of aluminum batteries is it's flexible. You can bend it, fold it, and it has a potential use in flexible electronic devices, which is actually really cool. I want to say it like British people. Aluminum is also a cheaper metal than lithium, which is kind of cool that it's cheaper. You're gonna be able to do it. Which is, it's kind of neat to see that these different things are doing that we're not taking, not no for an answer, but we're not kicking back even on a thing like batteries. You would think, oh, batteries are fine, they're perfect. People are still inventing new batteries. That's crazy. I like our world. I like this technology pushing the boom that we're in, and I'm very happy, and I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to do this technology show with you guys. It's fun. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next episode. Do you guys still enjoy the W show? I have a lot of fun doing it. I actually really like it. Hopefully we have some more superhero news and stuff like that for the next episode. Avengers comes out soon. Avengers comes out in the end of May, beginning of May, if I'm right, May 1st. So we're gonna end it there, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been your friend, the neighborhood DJBTM, and like I said, I'm glad you guys tuned in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment down below. But that's all for today. Check out my other videos. As always, we post the videos every single day. This has been your friend, the neighborhood DJBTM. I'm glad you guys tuned in. That's all for today. Hope to see you guys all back tomorrow.